Welcome to the Consulting Leaders Podcast, where we talk about the business of consulting. Whether you're looking to grow your practice or learn from the stories of leaders in consulting, you're in the right place. I'm your host, Guillaume Jouvencel, ex-PwC and co-founder of GHA Marketing. Join me as I interview the best consultants in their niche. Let's get on with the show.
Jon Gornstein is the founder and president of Persona Global, a pioneer in change leadership, organizational alignment, and communication training. In this episode, we explore how he built a global consulting network operating in over 70 countries and what today's consultants can learn from scaling impact through people, not just strategy. Jon, hello, welcome.
Thank you. Welcome.
70 countries?
We've operated in 70 countries. We have trainers that have been able to operate,
Wow.
work with our clients in those countries.
How many languages do you speak?
I speak Danish because I lived there 10 years,
Okay.
and also obviously a little bit of Swedish, understand some Norwegian, some French. Have partners in many of these countries. So I pick up things. I'm not saying I'm proficient. I'm saying I can at least say hello and listen in on a few conversations. I've been through, listened in on training in multiple languages, kind of training we do.
That's tremendous. 70 countries. How do you stay culturally in tune with each one when you have so many different ones and so much diversity?
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
70 countries is a lot of diverse cultures. How do you apply your
Yes.
systems approach to each one individually and maintain the cultural integrity?
Okay, so it has to do with our model, our business model, and our way of working in different countries. And basically what we do is we have partners in each of these countries. There are major consulting, local training and consulting companies, or they can actually be utilizing, large consulting companies can be utilizing our training and development people skills programs. So we work through partners in these countries. It's not Persona itself always working with the local clients. It's usually partners.
Okay. I'm just going to pause it for a second,
So
Jon.
that way we reach, it's a scalability model where you reach many more actual interventions in countries and clients in different countries.
Jon, what got you into consulting and what led you to found Persona Global back in 1980?
Okay, so at that particular time, I was living in Denmark. I was actually working for a Danish consulting firm, and I saw training and consulting and video firm. And I saw the Apple II computer, and I said, I think this is something we could use. You know, it's the beginning of our electronic revolution, if you will, all the new things that were to come. And I said, this is something we could use to track behavior and measure behavior and improve our ability to build trust with people and improve our communication skills. So when I saw that, I decided, this is the very beginning of the computer revolution. When I saw that, I decided that the only way I could establish a business for myself was to move back to the U.S. and start the business because, as you might know, Denmark is a country of 6 million people at that time and a pretty small market to start with. So I moved back and started Persona. And the impetus was seeing the Apple II computer and knowing that we could use it to measure and track behavior, not only in the local area, but in multiple countries around the world with clients.
You mentioned building trust, project empathy, and foster flexibility in others as one of your credos. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, so we have a trust building model, and what it's based on is observing behavior, and understanding what the person is telling you with their behavior and what is important for them, and being able to create a win-win negotiation or win-win sales process. Uh, so talking about what's important for the other person and doing that through your behavior as the person communicating. And we enhance that with empathy, projection, understanding that empathy is an important part of building trust with people. And the real essence is for you to use your interpersonal flexibility to create a win-win situation. This is possible when you can first recognize what's important for the other person through their behavior. So we combine them all to make a more rounded approach, interpersonal approach.
You're an industry pioneer in the practice of change leadership. So much has changed in the last 46 years. Is it daunting to you to consider all that you've been through and what you've seen and what you've witnessed and the changes that have taken place?
Yeah, because what our program does is give the normal executive or manager a new way to approach people. And I think I like to say that the application of our programs in that area are largely based on the skill and imagination of the consultants working with the company, working with the management of the company. So applications have been rather unique in many cases. The consulting projects have been rather unique. I can give you several examples of how this communication process has been used and other the programs. Since the development of the original communication program, we've taken on many different methodologies and distributed them around the world. So there's a definite trend towards trying to understand and work with the people in your company as opposed to just direct them. So management skills have changed. And when we talk about leadership, we're talking about those skills too, your skills as a manager.
So you have a great method, a great approach, and you have 70 different countries. Every culture is different. Assimilation is key. How do you apply, how do you make your approach pliable and flexible per country, per culture?
Sure. So we don't have, in various countries, we don't have a lot of different distributors, companies working. You have to first understand our business model is that we work with local training and consulting companies. And in our agreements, we stress the fact that they must adapt it to their own culture. And they're the best people to understand their own culture. So in a way, that flexibility allows us to work with different companies, training and development and consulting companies in various countries, adding the flexibility. Many of our partners, the eldest partners, we've had relationships with 40 years in Japan. Okay. Wow. Been working with our programs for 40 years. Many of our relationships are over 15, 20, 30 years. Of course, we're adding new partners all along. One of the other big secrets to our success is that what I discovered early, and what I thought about and discovered was that there are many good people skills, training and development programs, leadership programs, sales programs in different countries by different authors. And what we've been able to do through a conference system each year, we've had a conference somewhere in the world of Persona partners for the last 45 years, actually, different cities each time. They're mostly different cities each time. And we bring new things to these partners, new different programs from our other partners or well documented and well written authors in different countries. So one of our secrets has been that we bring new things to our partners being the people we work with in different countries, consulting companies, and we bring new and tried and tested things. I've sat in every single program, different parts of the world. And that brings a new vitality and a au jeu, up-to-date approach to running our business and helping them. So we have something that sounds like a two-way street policy. If one of our partners or distributors has a valid program that will work internationally, a valid training or consulting process or survey tool. We do organizational surveys, customer experience management, employee experience management, organizational alignment. We do all these things, and sometimes in multiple languages for entire companies. So if you bring all these new things and you have a long-term relationship with different partners can be anything from a 4, 5, 6, 7 premier training company in Spain to actually very large organizations, which you would probably know the top names where they really use the methodologies for large corporate interventions.
What specific problems are you helping your clients solve today, and why does solving the problem matter to you personally?
Which problems are we solving today?
Yes.
I think and we just had our own podcast 2 days ago on this particular subject. It's, we're all, so we've gone through the revolution of first the personal computer, then the iPhone, and now we're going and other AI. Now we're going through the AI revolution, and each one of these revolutions, especially the latest one, has added complexity, anxiety, apprehension for a lot of people and a lot of companies. And we in our podcast we talked about bridging the gap. Now, how do we work with the first, even at the executive level, there's this anxiety. Of course, at the employee level, there's a lot of anxiety because the apprehension about their job and how their place in it in mastering AI in their particular position. Even at the executive level, there's a apprehension about not understanding all the different directions that AI can take you in and all the challenges and how ready your organization is for AI, actually. And so using that particular situation, the people that we've been working with, the companies we've been working with, meaning our partners, our network of partners around the world that are actually dealing in their own countries with companies of all sizes. Half the Fortune 1000 have used our programs somewhere in the world. What it means is that we partner with a company that actually can analyze where your company is in relationship to integrating AI and 6 different areas. And that's available to our partners, that methodology and that AI program. And that gives them something to talk about at the executive level and what they can do to allay the fears and anxieties of not only theirs, but the people in the company as a whole. And that opens the way to the people skills programs that we're offering in terms of emotional capability, resilience, interpersonal skills, partnering, a lot of different areas. So it's a door opener that our partners around the world can now use. So that's what we're focusing on now. How do we scale inside different companies the applications of the programs that are people skill programs, if you will?
You mentioned you have a podcast. What do you think about podcasting as a marketing tool for consultants and leadership firms today?
A lot of it's interesting to see the largest consulting firms rarely do these things, maybe internally to their client, but not publicly on platforms like LinkedIn. It's mainly this, in my observation, mainly the smaller training and consulting, coaching that need visibility, and it usually focuses on keywords, but the real objective is to get their visibility. And so several companies I see, even our partners that are smaller ones, they held weekly or 3 or 4 postings on companies like LinkedIn a week. So it's a way to get visibility. But the major ones, in my observation, do not do that. They don't. They may have the occasional one. They may have the closed one with their clients, but they don't focus on that.
True. With enterprise, yes. With enterprise clients and global programs, how do you typically move from first conversation to assigned engagement?
Well, it's our partners that are doing most of this.
Okay.
Typically, there's an inquiry. Lots of inquiry. Just got one today from Singapore and Hong Kong before we got on this podcast. They've heard about our programs, word of mouth, and then they approach us. On the other hand, our partners in different countries will approach their client directly. Most of the partners have been in business quite a while. We're looking for partners that have been in business 5 to 10 years, have an established client base, are well known in their given countries or location. Usually many times they also have a key complementary program of their own design, which their own authors, they're the authors of, and that they're already running too. So they're combining our programs with theirs, not integrating them, but offering in the market at the same time, or as complementary programs. I don't know if that answered your question.
Sure. Jon, you're constantly evolving Persona Global as a consulting business. Where do you find yourself most stuck right now, if at all? Obstacles or hurdles?
Hurdles. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Well, they, there's some international hurdles now for various reasons around the world, especially in Europe and the Middle East. Everybody's familiar and knows what's going on. Makes businesses of all sizes reluctant. They're unsure and they're slower to make decisions. So that's one of the biggest challenges right now. And the other challenge is for those that have been doing their business consulting and training and coaching in the traditional manner. How do I bridge the gap between the revolution that's AI is creating, the disruptions that AI are creating, and the services we're offering? And that's why I talked about this, why we had our podcast, and why we're talking about how to use certain tools to be able to talk to the executive levels and have them understand that we can do something. We, all our partners and us, can do something to alleviate these anxieties and frustrations and make people more concentrated on the tasks that they need to do, as opposed to spending time worrying about their future.
Looking ahead, where do you see the biggest opportunity for communication and change leadership consulting over the next few years?
Well, I'd say the next 3 to 5 years is exactly what we've been what I've just been talking about.
Sure.
How to make the organization, how to deal with this thing for many that are unknown. We're not AI experts, but we can help the company work with the people that are the people in the company, including the direction, to take a more reasonable and measured approach to how AI is affecting their organization and their jobs, and to calm the storm, if you will, that AI is creating, and do it through communications training, understanding trust building, helping people feel more resilient, emotional capability, psychological safety. All these areas, when applied correctly, can help alleviate the anxieties and frustrations that come with the worry that comes with the new developments in AI, and the stress of keeping aligned with all the changes that happen virtually daily in AI. It's amazing. You open my iPhone every morning, and you can find 5 or 6 or 7 or more. I try to limit the number that I subscribe to, or
Sure.
of new developments in AI. Something new is going to happen, and you can almost be guaranteeing that something new will happen. And then there's a conflict between OpenAI and what's going to happen with charging for AI access. The challenges coming from China, for example, where we have partners. I've been working since 2000, actually. So all these things we can manage through the people skills programs that we have.
Okay. This is a great conversation, Jon, and it's really an honor to talk to a pioneer such as yourself. If people want to find out more about you and see what you do, what's your name of your website? And do you have any other information you want to pass on that we can put in our linked in our descriptions?
Yeah, you can of course get info at personiglobal.com, or you can write to me, Jon at personiglobal.com, Jon, not JOHN, but JON. Okay. So we're accessible. Our website is, of course, personiglobal.com. You can www.personiglobal.com. You can visit that too. But if you want the fastest, write to me. Tell me what you'd like to know.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for coming on Consulting Leaders Podcast.
It's my pleasure. I'm happy to follow up with you at any time.
Thanks for joining us on this episode of the Consulting Leaders Podcast. We hope you learned valuable lessons on how to grow your practice and take your business to the next level. Make sure to subscribe and leave us a review wherever you're listening to this show so you never miss an episode. To apply and be a guest on the show, click the link in the description. See you next time.